Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby here, and we're back with another video. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a guide on Seraphine in terms of the new redemption items. So this is just like an updated guide. I haven't made a guide in a while in support or in general. So considering this is a fresh start for me, we are going to do this one first. Now, I wanted this to be a Halloween video. I have plans for that. I might even do a Dead by Daylight video as a special one-off for, the sake of, variety. But, we can count this as a cosplay, a wedding cosplay, a wedding dress cosplay, because that's the thing, right? People go, I actually haven't seen anyone wear a wedding dress as a costume. But you can see me here vibing, I look like Mona Lisa, and I died. But that's not the case because we got the first blood anyways. So I'm gonna pop up the screen, the build. If you're an Irelia main, or if you're a viewer of my channel, you probably know the deal with Seraphine. But if you guys don't know, quickly summarize her skill order. It's we're in Wild Rift. It's second skill, third skill, and then first skill, or you can go the first skill, second, and then the third skill last, and then you level up your ult whenever you can. So let's talk about the runes. Now this is kind of the standard for Seraphine. Also, I will pop up the build right now while I'm talking so you guys have a visual imagery, but it's gonna cover the gameplay, so oops. But yeah, a lot of Seraphines in the top 100s play her with Glacial Augment, and it makes sense. And the build I'm gonna tell you is mainly gonna rely on that build. It's gonna, because it also improves the scaling, especially with her third skill, and Rylai's as well. So you know how Glacial works. I'm not gonna say it because I forgot. Yeah, and also the core thing about Glacial is the damage reduced that you get whenever an enemy gets hit on it, so standard stuff. And then for her other runes, the Resolve tree, she has Courage of the Colossus, Bone Plating, and Revitalize. Now Bone Plating and Revitalize are the kind of must-haves on any support, or if you don't like Bone Plating, I would use Second Wind. Bone Plating is mostly for like hardcore engage types, like what we have here with Miss Fortune and Alistair, right? But there's that. But Courage of the Colossus is something new, and I saw it from the global, the top players, so I was like, okay, let's check it out. Now, Courage of the Colossus gains a shield whenever you immobilize an enemy, and that lasts for 3 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. So roughly 7 seconds. The minute it procs, you get your shield back, which is kind of cute. Also, I don't know if it's going to be 7 seconds or it will go on cooldown when the shield goes away. So there's that. So I didn't really realize the potential of this up until I played this match, and you'll see why, because this game starts off as a loss at first. Then, it kind of has a comeback. Hopefully the picture is gone when we get to that point. And then for your single rune at the end, it's Transcendence. But as you can see this match, I don't have a mana item. Also because the boots I went with is not the one that everyone goes for, which we'll talk about later. But Transcendence is really good just to get more of that haste, to get more of your healing and your shielding done. Well, Seraphine is mostly a shielder, not really a healer. But this redemption build kind of does make her one. Though you kind of... Yeah, we'll talk about the items later. And then for spells, you get heal and flash. That's it. Now for her items, I'm pretty sure everything's the same. I'll just go through it quickly. Your support item is the Ancient Coin. Your boots could either be boots of mana or Ionian boots of lucidity. But for the sake of more mana regen, which this build lacks, take boots of mana. I went with boots of Ionian boots, CDR, because I want to spam more my abilities, but that was a mistake. If you were gonna take boots of Ionian boots of lucidity, I would replace Transcendent with Mana Flow, because it kind of like flips it around. You know what I mean? You get the mana on this one, you get the CDR on this one, flips. Now for your starter, item, not your starter item, your first ever core item aside from your boots is always Harmonic Echo because it's like the core item for supports. So that's kind of like your starter. Now for your second item, you can either go Ardent Sensor or Staff of Flowing Water. If you want to like carry with your haste and everything, I would take Staff of Flowing Water. Ardent Sensor is there for mostly, you know, the healing and attack speed and bonus magic damage. So yeah, whenever you heal or shield, you get the attack speed and the bonus magic damage. Now, considering my entire team was Draven, Yasuo, Kaisa, and Yi, of course I was gonna go with the Ardent Sensor, and that was kind of like the clutch that we had for this match. That made me like win it. Right now you can't see it, but it's 7-12 right now. So yeah, we're 7 and they're 12. So there's that. But if you're mostly against the AP, and if your AP one is carrying, I would take a Staff of Flowing Water. Okay, so Rylai's Crystal Scepter is your second to the last item because it fits in well with Glacial, and again, it procs that damage reduction even more consistently. So I would take it always, or maybe you can substitute with something else, maybe like a Morello or something. But Rylai's is kind of the must for her because she feels so incomplete if she doesn't really have Rylai's. And again, it gives her more of that tankiness with that 350 max health and then the ability power as well. Now the last item that I didn't get to build in the video, which defeats the purpose of the title, but Redemption. Now why is Redemption like a must build, and why is it built last? Well, Redemption is kind of like it doesn't really pop off until later on, and it scales with plus 6% of your bonus health, meaning like whatever you've gotten from these items, and you can adjust your runes as well to get more health and maximize that efficiency. That's when it will do the job. You know what I mean? It doesn't really scale with AP, so you're not really getting much of this. But with your Harmonic Echo, with your boot revitalizing enchant, and your revitalize, there's so many like revitalize. There's a lot of healing from these items, and it kind of all stacks up well. So Redemption gives you 400 health, 300 mana, and 20 haste. So technically you would have around 50 haste plus this. You would get around 56-ish. 56 haste, estimating. So that's that. Oh wait, also you get 62 haste. I forgot Ancient Coin, I didn't really count that. So yeah, you get a lot of haste here, so you really need a lot of mana. Boots of Mana is your girl for this one, especially if you're gonna spam a lot. So yeah. So what is Redemption? So it says here, every 8 seconds you restore health 50 plus 6% bonus health to all ally champions within a 350 unit range. This effect does not trigger if there are no ally champions nearby. So yeah, if you're near a team late game and you're huddling and you're doing fights like that, that's where it pops off. But considering we won before I even get to that point is, you know, shookening. And you can't really substitute it before Rylai's because Rylai's is your must build. So yeah, this is really a last item, you know, or if you're not even buying it, you're gonna get Morello, right? So yeah, there's also another passive called Eternity where it restores your mana equal to 50% of damage taken from champions. When you are consuming mana, you restore your health equal to 20% of the mana consumed, capped at 15 health per cast. So again, you can heal off of your abilities with this item. So it from you, not the other passive, not the Salvation passive. So it's kind of like flip the script type of beat. I don't really know how to say it like that, but yeah, you get the point. I think this is mostly good for like tanks or like an Alistar, even a Rakan. I think this is a good item on Rakan, especially he's melee. You really have to be really close in fights to make this effective, and it doesn't even proc until there's allies nearby. So, you know, it doesn't really pop off at random instances. You know what I mean? But yeah, we are gonna remove the picture and we're gonna go through the game here. So as you can see, it's not going good. I think this is the point where it kind of gets better. So I really went on the right ending there with the image. So yeah, if you have any questions about this build, let me know. This is the first time I've made a gameplay video in a while. So yes. Oh, my phone's ringing. Who dared to call me? I need to mute this first. Can't be disturbed while making a video. So yeah, this is the point. As you can see, all the lanes are taken down. And I'm gonna be honest, I carried this. I carried this. No way I didn't carry this, because I was providing the CC. There wasn't really much of a heavy CC within my team. Think about it. Sure, Yasuo was there, but girl, that Yasuo was not it, girl. When you see the score after, you'll be like, you're right. Kai'Sa popped off at the end. Kai'Sa is a scaler, so she knew what she had done, but that Akali in the mid lane was just too much, and I play Akali, you know. And I only did this video for the sake of the item. I didn't really want to play support. As you can see there, I rooted her. She's stunned. She can't really do much damage, meaning Kai'Sa can get the kill ASAP, and she got the double buffs. I only did this video for the sake of the item, and I don't even know if Enchanter mains are going to agree with me if it's a good item. This could be a good item on Sona too, you know, which I have to test out, and might make a video on it, because, you know, I don't care. I want to farm content now. You know, why not? The Wild Rift scene has been a bit lacking with content since my disappearance. So I'm gonna mix and try to make some quality for y'all. If y'all noticed the intro in the video, that means I'm serious right now. I'm in the serious era. So yeah, this team fight is not happening well. Kai'Sa's trying to kite. Akali popped it off. This Yasuo was not it. Akali just Zonya's out. I'm trying to do some stuff here. This Yasuo gets his stuff back later on, but you know, Kai'Sa was the one who did it. As you can see, the Mordekaiser is pushing the bot lane, or Baron lane, for if I might say so myself. And yeah, it's just a mess. This was my first time facing oh, look at that. Yasuo blocked the ultimate with my with Yasuo's shield, so that's a good thing. And he ain't gonna die though. It was a mess after that. And you can see Miss Fortune is pulling up to the top lane over there. She's trying to push, and I was pinging so many times to push, and the Yasuo was calling us a noob, me and the Kai'Sa, because we weren't, you know, popping off. To be honest, Kai'Sa, Yasuo, and Yi are late gamers, and we won this before 20 minutes, so it was like 19 minutes, so that was pretty far, which means you really just have to wait it out, and not many people in this elo know what to do. This is platinum elo, by the way, if you're wondering, and it's tough, but I would get out of it. Also, new season, emeralds, masters are also down, so that's not my problem. See, you would think that this is the moment we lose the game, but we were trying our best here. And Kai'Sa is really living the fantasy of a skilled marksman over here. You know, this is a good ADC when they're trying to like do what they can. You know, you don't really have to go in all the fights all the time, which some of the ADCs I have had lack. And yeah, that's why I don't play support, or I don't plan to play support this season, because I'm doing really well on the Baron lane, because I was encouraged myself, actually. I was motivated to change the role and give an experiment for the season, and maybe I'll play 80% Baron lane and 20% support when need be. But I know the system is going to put me as well in the Dragon lane. And this is also like mixing up for my video that I'm going to do in the future, which is called the basics to swapping roles and adapting to it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, because from my experience, I think the amount of games I've had in Baron lane, I feel like I have an idea now, and maybe give some tips and advice to you guys with gameplay in the background. So, you know, if you're tired of support or you want to try something else, you can watch that video. And I already made the thumbnail for that, so I'm ready to make that video. But, you know, baby steps. You know, I have a lot of content planned, and upping up the thumbnail game, as you can see from the thumbnail video. Okay, there's initiation there. Okay, that Kai'Sa needs to hit that. Yeah, this was a messy fight. I could have aimed properly on that Akali, but my ult was like to the right. It wasn't really straight. My duty was to just protect this Kaisa. As you can see, my mana is really low. If I had Boots of Mana, I think this would have been better. But alas, I messed up. Also, the healing is not bad. 114. Yeah. But we're focusing on healing with shields. That's it. We're not really Sona. We can't really do that much. And I think Redemption is a good item for Sona. I haven't really tried it yet, but the haste and the mana and the health is just so good for her. But you know, you let me know in the comments below, and probably I might make a video for that. So yeah. Okay, what else do I know? I was planning to make a Janna video for Halloween. You know, just gameplay and witching, you know. Okay, so I think this is where the tides turn. No. There's a moment in this game when you know, it's like, oh, we're actually gonna win this. You can see Kaisa is popping off. Oh, this is the moment, actually. This is the moment where we knew I was gonna win. Because when Kaisa tripled that, I'm like, yep. And it was Akali, Mordekaiser, and MF who, you know, got slayed. And this was like the turning point for me. You know, you're gonna win something. You're gonna do a comeback when it clicks. And I was like, wait a minute. I think we can win this. I wasn't giving up. You know, even though the Yasuo was calling me a noob for his own fault, and it was a Draven top who didn't know how to play. You just have to deal with it. You know, there's a reason why they changed the banning system from gold below to not really be there, which is fine. So I think I'm gonna ride this big dinosaur. You thought I was gonna say something else. But yeah, I'm getting good at this one, and I've noticed that the T-Hex is buffed this patch, and I'm like, he feels really strong. The first time I rode him, I was like, wait a minute, this is really strong. I was like, am I okay? And then I was able to get like kills, double kills with the Hex Tech. I'm like, okay. And I noticed that he does more damage on his auto attacks. He feels like a rightful like boss compared to the last season. And yeah, and he does more damage. I'm like, something's wrong with this T-Hex. And it shows that this is really an important objective because it's literally the one that ends the game. And it's good because especially when it spawns ASAP, you can actually just end the game. As you can see here, we even have a dragon buff. Also, the ultimate of this guy, which is this one, this got buffed really good. Like, if you know how to aim this, it's really good. It's a shredder, especially when you have the Elder buff. I think it kind of stacks with you, but I wouldn't know. Yeah, but that ultimate is really nice. Would recommend 10 out of 10. I mean, I also love the second skill, that diamond shape thing that provides shielding to the team and then a radius. I think that's the same radius as Redemption. I'm not sure. 350 units is somewhat melee range. But yeah, I'm really happy with this Hex Tech one. I was a bit hesitant at first because I didn't really play it. They did I noticed the shield. They nerfed the shielding a bit compared to the last patch, but it is more effective now. That's one of his second strongest abilities along with the ultimate, as you can see there. But my timer ran out, which is the first time. They never really took it down. They have dragon buff here, and this is where I make a big play. I started singing my songs, the damage reduction of Rylai's of glacial hit, and then boom, they were able to do a swipe. But yeah, also Elder seems really strong this time as well. I think they're hitting the right spots with the objectives and making them stronger so that the game ends faster. Thank goodness. Okay, let's see our results. Results. Okay, so I went 2-4-22. Kaisa went 19-3-6. You know that's a good AC when they know what to do. I don't like the Draven and the Yasuo. That Akali did her best, but you know, there was a better support. The Alistar was MVP for their team, which is shocking. I was technically MVP because I was the one making the CC calls. But wait a minute, I think I posted something here. As you can see, the runes that were provided. I got shielded 918 damage. Like, that's the amount I've gotten taken. Wait, no. The damage blocked was 397, so it's not bad. Bone plating as well, as you can see, that's a lot, 900 damage. The shielding was higher than the healing in Revitalize, as it should, because Seraphine is mostly shields. Transcended triggered 16 times, and Glacial procced 13 times, slowed for 19 times, and reduced damage by 591, which is a lot. So yeah, that was the what's her name? That was the Seraphine Redemption build, even though I didn't really get to show Redemption, but you get the point, right? But I think Redemption is a bad idea though, in a sense, because you need to be really melee for it to proc, like somewhat close-ish, maybe medium range. I think a better alternative item for this is maybe Rabadon stat cap for more AP. But you know, you do you with that one. Also, if you're new to my channel, I am a VTuber who just does stuff. As you can see, I updated my thumbnail on my banner on my channel. That means it shows a shift. I'm no longer in the Brat summer. We are shifting. I think when this video dropped, there was a change in thumbnail. Like, I'm trying to be more different this time around. So yeah, if you want to see all my social media links, they're in the description below. My Twitter, my PayPal, if you want to support the channel, you can donate there. If you don't have a PayPal, you can just watch the ads, you know, till the end. No skips. What else? My Twitch. I might stream again on Twitch if you're watching this through the end. Follow that at Dr. Kirby TV. My Twitter is over here at drkirby_YT. But yeah, that was the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.